Hi coaches, just wanted to send a quick video explaining some of the drills. Pretty straightforward tomorrow though. The skating though is a little bit different and I want to show you the setup here. We're going to break our zones in half and then you're going to put two black pads out. We're not going to have enough pads to actually put these down the middle, so maybe we can just put some tires down the middle actually so that they know they need to stand there too. But you're going to end up doing either some circles, some figure eights like you see here, or some S skates. Um, so you have two separate lines. They just stay in their line. Okay, so they end, so they go in both directions. Just make sure you're continuing to work on power turns, inside edges, crossovers, pivots, forwards, backwards, um, transitions, and all those things. Okay, so we kind of understand what to do. You can do some jumping over the pads too if you want to flip them the other way and have them jump over and those types of things. But just continuing to work on that agility and the edges and stuff like that. On Wednesday night, we're going to do it all without pucks. On the weekend, we're going to do that same skating drill. So we're going to try to keep that consistent for 3 practices so we can continue to progress through it. On Saturday, we'll do some of both with and without pucks, and then on Sunday, maybe just all with pucks. So that's kind of the setup for the skating. 2 separate groups, so you should only have about 7 or 8 in each line. All right, then we're going to do 3 stations this time. I think I mentioned in the video last time I had originally been told we couldn't use the neutral zone, but in going to the older practices, it seems like since we split into 2 distinct teams, we can use that neutral zone section. So the first station will be partner passing. You can see that's going to be in the neutral zone here. I'll talk about that in a second. Second one is the same drill we did last week on Wednesday, but out of the opposite corner. So make sure you remember what corner you did and switch it. And then finally a one-on-one. Okay, so with the partner passing, again, you should only have about 4 to 6 in a group. You want to space them not too far apart to start. Okay, so I think you'll have like groups of 4. So these 2 are partnered up. Each coaching bag has a softball and a passing tire. So I recommend having one group with the ball and then the other one with the tire to start with. And we're really focusing on that form. They're just passing back and forth. Start them maybe, I don't know, 5 yards apart or something like that. Maybe not quite that far, 3 yards apart, something like that. So not too far apart to start with. And then once they get the hang of it, start to back them up a little bit. So I always like to say, take 2 steps back. And when they get good at that, 2 more steps back. I will say the hardest thing is to keep them close enough in the beginning. Okay, so after a couple of minutes, have them swap the softball with the ring so that both groups practice both. As time goes on, you can then have them come back closer together and then further apart, and then finally finish up with a puck and continuing to make sure they're not slapping the puck, but rather sliding it to their partner. Okay, so that's the second one. The next one down in this corner for the east view, and anyways, the 5 tires would be on this side. Okay, so they're weaving this way around the last tire. Coach is here, make a pass, get it back, and get a shot. Okay, and then last but not least, here I think we're probably going to need, so we'll have 2 tires. That's what the forward's going to go around. We might have to use a cone because I didn't ask for, that was quite a few tires if we did it the other way. So the forward is going to carry the ring. I believe I wanted a ring first on this one, up and around. Okay, so each coaching bag also has a ring. The D line is on the inside. They're following this pattern, and it's a one-on-one to the net. Okay, so again, we're continuing to teach that body contact. It's right in this area. It should be a fairly good angle. They're going forwards this time, not backwards. But we want to meet right here, get that shoulder kind of into their body, hands on hands, stick under stick, and get it up, hit that stick up. Okay, so continuing to teach proper body contact. And then they play it out to a mini net. So this would be a mini net. If you have a goalie, they would be over here. If you have 2 goalies, I guess you could put 1 in each. Okay, so there's that. You can decide, maybe do a couple from this side and then switch them to this side, or have them alternate every other. Doesn't matter. But I would maybe set up 1 and then move it. Okay. And then again, if you wanted to, if it seemed like it was getting too long with the ring, you could add a puck in at the end. But because we're only going to go about 8 minutes and you want all kids to play forward and all kids to play deep from both sides, I'm guessing you'll probably just stick with the ring. I think that's all for tomorrow. So nothing too crazy. After you finish the 3 stations, you're going to play 3-on-3 or 4-on-4 cross ice again. Once games are allowed to start, then we might start playing the half ice, but until then, we'll make it look like we're just doing small games. Um, Finally, I know I won't be there tomorrow. I have to coach my daughter's team. I've missed a couple of hers for these guys, so I'm going to stick with them. So Chris will be there. Pete and Ken, let us know if you're going to be there because I know Mike's going to be gone as well. Team Lightning, make sure you guys are letting each other know if people are going to be gone too. I did for Team Eastview assign stations, so I just wrote it as Eastview Pete, um, Ken for skating, and then Chris for the one-on-one because that way we just don't have time to kind of discuss it as we get there. So that'll make it so we have an idea of what we're looking at when we start doing the more stations. Okay, thanks so much. Have a great practice tomorrow, and I'll send out the weekend's practice plan later this week. Have fun tomorrow. Bye.